Hi there, hello. Hi, Shell.
And hello to all you other wonderful weirdos watching.
But it's still there. It's still there. So, they did not pick it up because they cannot safely remove it. They cannot safely get it out or all that jazz. They just can't. Because even after phoning my dad and trying to get the screw out any other way, it wouldn't work. The delivery man tried, but they have just confirmed the screw is rounded and I can't get it out of the thing. So yeah, they basically just said just try again later. They did take a different piece of furniture that I wanted rid of. But yeah, everything is up in the air. I still have yet to do things. I'm coming to the realization maybe I need a new bookshelf so that I can sort this out. And it's because I'm realizing the furniture in the other corner, because I want a new dresser, all of my wardrobe is now in here. I'm basically doing a lot of stuff before I can put my books back because I don't know what the setup's going to be, just because I might be using my white shelves over there not for books, because these cubes fit in that white shelf cube unit so beautifully. I used to do that as my wardrobe. I'm doing it again. It's frustrating, but we'll see how it goes. Oh well. It also means my dresser is officially empty. I can get rid of my dresser, even though I recently bought it. It's just really, really bad quality. I hate it. The drawers are not like deep, so I have to fold really, really tiny. Like even Marie Kondo method doesn't work. And it's annoying. So I'm getting rid of my dresser. It's a bit grey anyways. Ugh, who wants grey? I hate millennial grey. It is the worst. There is blue on this shirt, I swear. It's not just grey. Can't I just like say something and not be contradicted immediately by my own freaking wardrobe? Yeah, I know I'm wearing grey now. So, rundown of the last week. Tuesday, on the way in work, I bought a big bag of pasta so that I can batch cook pasta this week. Wednesday, I went and bought a coal chisel. A coal chisel and some things that I needed. Unfortunately, I'm still missing one. I still need to go out and back and get a replacement screw. My dad decided to offer his Amazon next day delivery, and all I'm thinking is I have a hardware shop quite near me, and why can't I just go and check that out? Why can't I just support my local hardware shop? But yeah, I now have a coal chisel because I don't have a tool library anywhere near me, so I'm gonna remove the screw, replace the screw. Yeah. Thursday morning before work I went to vote, which it is very stressful and worrying, that kind of future that we are getting. Thankfully, in the mess of everything, I kept my polling card in sight and out of the way. So I didn't lose that, but the whole thing, like work, everything being upside down here, the state of my country right now with the whole media being all shouty for no bloody reason. Like, the whole state of politics in England right now is like stressful enough. So my mental health took a massive turn to the point where I had to phone Shell Saturday because I was crying myself to sleep. Everything's not great. I'm stressed at work. I'm too stressed at work. So I'm going to try and finish this. It might take longer than expected, but I have my chisel. I'm going to get rid of the screw. I'm going to start moving everything around. I want to finish this. I have also looked into bookshelves, but at the same time, I might just go and get a second-hand one, but I've got to take my tape measure with me. I do have a week of holiday coming up, and I hope to have everything sorted by then. Well, at least I can donate everything by then, because that way I can, you know, not stick around on my days off, and I can just stick around on one day and hopefully it'll be fine. I have a lot to do. Best get cracking. Right. Okay. This is awkward. Ah! Ow! Ah. Okay, new plan. I really need a thinner freaking. It's too much of a spade. It's not even working. Oh, is it too late to turn this into firewood? I feel like I want to turn this into firewood. Okay. I've got it in that side. Now I just need to hope for the best now. Aha, I got it. Just get Okay, it's been a few days since the last time I filmed. I think it was whatchamacallit. I can't remember what day it was. But I've got a bookshelf on the way. Should be here next week. In the meantime, I'm managed to ignore the books on there. That's just because I sorted out my entire setup over there. Everything was chucked in one corner of my room. As well, two corners. I've cleared one of them. My TV is set up. My wardrobe is set up in one corner. It's kind of how I'm doing it, and it looks great. I might be doing my tag from there. I might as well do the tag from there because I can do some really cool stuff on the telly, I guess. All my DVDs are over there. It's a movie tag, so that'd be cool. But at least that's all ready to go. I don't know if my new shelf will fit, but it's enough of, like, it's something I can work with. It's light and manageable. It doesn't even have sides. It's a wire frame, and I'm a bit worried about that, but I can make it work. I mean, I'm pretty sure it might not fit, but I can definitely figure something out with this. 100%. I did see a few bookshelves that I could stick that one on top of and have like a double bookcase situation, but I think it's a bit too heavy. But I'm wondering, could I use my old TV stand for that? Because I could probably get away with putting all my non-fiction on my TV unit, because it has a section of like tallness to it, and I could probably, but I don't think it's going to work. But I'm going to have a higgledy-piggledy try when the new bookcase comes and see what happens. But yeah, I have my TV set up and I'm so happy for it. So happy. I can actually reach a window as well, which is quite nice. I only managed to do that today because I finished work at 4 because I had a 7:30 start, which was quite nice to have a change, but not so nice because the next person in to get me off till was at 12, and that meant I had like 3 hours to finish my relay at work. I managed it though. Oh, I hate relays. But I also love relays because it's nice and fresh at the end. I also have an idea of what to put on here. I want to put my easel on here and show off whatever painting I just finished, whilst also stick some kind of book decoration on there. Well, I say book decoration, it's more of a book tree thing. I'm hoping it'll be fine. I'm going to get 2 of them and maybe stick one on either side of this. That's the plan. I don't know if it'll work, but I'm buying 2 because I'm getting paid this week, and I'm just going to double check my bank balance and hopefully I can get it the same day as my other bookshelf. I mean, I should be able to. It's not that expensive. 20 quid? Yeah, I could probably, I can get 2 of them. Add to basket. Screw it. I'm not particularly fussed. I think it is going to be fine. It's basically 50 odd quid regardless of what I do. But yeah, I'm hoping to get maybe 2 of these. Maybe I should route it back down at 1 and just see how it looks, and then get another one later, because I did just buy another bookcase. We'll see. I bought a saw today and it's not even working with that bloody screw. I'm getting defeated by a screw. That bed is going to end up becoming scrap wood. Because I cannot, for the life of me, get this bloody screw to just get gone. It's annoying. It's very annoying. Which is why I have an iron brew, because I could use it just to stay awake for a few more hours. Even though I'm planning on chilling for the next few hours. I also want a lamp. I should have looked at the lamps. Why didn't I check out the lamps? That would have been great just to put there, because I've got the plug sockets now. I could look into reading lamps. I really could. Why am I not doing that? I don't know. Let's see what's on here. I swear I'm organised. I have a week off next week. I'm meeting up with friends later on in the week, so I can get this done, fingers crossed, at the beginning of the week. I don't know. I don't even know if that's going to work, but we'll see how that goes. Ay, yikes. Not too convinced by the book situation because of how many books I have to fit on this corner. And then I've got to figure out which books are going on this bit and what books I'm going to put on the tree. Because the bookcase that I've just bought isn't that tall, but I could stick a tree on it. I could stick a book tree on it, just because. That'd be hilarious. Yeah, I'm not too worried about what's going to happen. I'm just procrastinating. I have something in the oven that I should probably get out of the oven. I need to rescue my cheese toasties. I'll do that. So I now need to get rid of the books that I put on there for safekeeping. I mean, maybe I should have thought of that one and put them somewhere else so that they were safekeeping in a different spot. Did I think of that? No, I didn't. My new bookshelf is here and I can't rejig this. I mean, it's kind of overlapping a bit too much. Ah! Maybe I should have measured it. shelves plus reading area, and then just shelves. Right. I don't need 2 clocks. Okay. So, I don't know what I'm going to do currently with what is going to go, but I'm going to choose that shelf next to that chair to be the books I have read. I've got my problem shelf already along here and it looks amazing. I'm also going to put my bookcase trees that are just like tabletop things that can stack books on. I'm going to put those on top here. I wonder if I can fit one on top of that shelf. If I can, I'll probably buy another one. Because they do look cool. They do look cool. We'll see how this one works. But I'm going to put my Discworld books on that when they do come. Just waiting for the parcel now. The people that delivered my new bookshelf, my bookcase, couldn't take away the furniture that I kind of want to get rid of, so I'm going to have to go into town on a detour to my food shop to go and donate these pieces of furniture, but it means I'm stuck with them for even longer. And I think just slightly off to one side you can just about see the lattice frame that I have officially been defeated by because I can't get the screw off. I've sawed it, I've chiseled it, it just refuses. So it's a room divider, which is quite nice because it gets to separate my living space from my desk, which I've not properly utilized. So it'd be nice to do that. I just need to get the books out from under there. So yeah, I'm going to put the clock that works in my desk area. My clock that is always at 9 o'clock. I don't know if it's morning or night, but it's now on there. It's now on there, and now I'm just gonna plonk my fantasy in the corner bit. My sci-fi, I think I can put there, and then I can put my non-fiction and etceteras there. I think that's my plan. I think that's my plan. I always like to put fantasy and sci-fi above everything else because it's my favourite. But yeah, this is already shaping up to be lovely. Just looking at this, even though it's like full of the clutter that I'm trying to sort out, just to this bit, the nook that is covered in blankets right now, I'm gonna put birthday gifts and Christmas gifts and books I'm really excited to get to. So it's right next to my pillow. And then my problem shelf. So it's like books I really need to get to is right here, and I can pick it up before bed. So yeah, I'm excited. I just wish I didn't have to spend my week off with 2 pieces of furniture that refuses to go. It's basically a dresser and a TV unit because I'm now repurposing my white shelves as that. So basically I'm using bookcases for everything instead of an actual TV unit because quite frankly it's a bit too wide for the space, so I'm just getting rid of it. I'm trying to get the furniture to fit the space and not the other way around. So because even though I just did buy a secondhand bookcase without measuring it, I thought it's light enough to keep moving. It's light enough to keep moving, and that's fine. I can do that. I can work with that. I've just got to sort out the rest of my room because I've just turned it into a tip. Great. Off I go. Again. think I didn't have a book on castles in this place? Are you kidding? Of course I'm going to have a book on castles. I should read it though. Do you see the... Whoa, or did not realise that was an automatic zoom. But that shelf and that shelf, slightly off to each other. That fits beautifully. It's just going straight. I am so happy that I can just put my axe there. I can put my other axe with it as well. It's so cool. I'm so happy. Also, another note is I think I finished, but I did not realize that I have got to the end of my books. I was trying my best to sprawl the non-fiction out a bit, and now I seem to have overly done it. So I think I can just put my books normally instead of side stacking to save space, because I have two shelves. And I've even put my horror in these bits around here. I was even thinking of using the plant stand. I did not expect this to happen. Like, oh my god. But I'm actually really excited by this shelf in particular. Just because I have all of my arty books, and then it's just Art of Living, and then immediately, yeah. And then there's my castle book, just because. And then it was like science fiction leading into non-fiction was my thought. I was going to go fantasy into other other fiction books, like contemporary, etc. But I seem to have the ability to spread things out. So I'm going to put my hardbacks, which might have been a bad idea putting them up there, but I'm going to put them down here now. I'm going to space these out a bit better because I seem to have overdone it a little. Just a little. Yes. Whoopsie. It's done! Yay! So basically, I've been sitting on it for a little while. That's why I wanted this to be uploaded on the Monday. However, I was just too busy looking at it for so long. It doesn't feel right that I'm going to be turning my back to it at all. So, oh, it does look so pretty. It looks so gorgeous. I love it. I had my doubts when I was in the middle of putting my newer bookcase in, and I was just like very worried about how it's gonna look. And then I was very worried about my amount of books, because I had been using two sides of one bookshelf because I kind of was double stacking at one point, and so I was very worried putting everything back. Am I going to find room for everything? And then I ended up scooching everything up and trying to cram everything in, that I ended up having empty space, that I had to undo that. It was hilarious. It was brilliant. I've also got rid of some of the books I have read from last year that I know I'm not going to reread. Basically everything that's on my red shelf off that side that you can't see right now. That is basically stuff I want to reread, because there's no point in me carrying around books that I'm not gonna reread again. So I'm just gonna leave it as that. I am humming and hawing on some, but that's just some. I will be adding to it as the year goes on. The top shelf of that is basically books I've read this year, so I can keep them an eye on it and that I know where they are. I have a nook right by my pillow of my library books the library manga that I've got checked out, and because my library is being renovated, I have them till July, which meant that when I saw that that was happening, I needed to rush to go get the mangas that I was reading before I lost access. So yeah, I have those in with my short story collections and books I'm currently reading in the bookshelf. I mean, it's part of this, but it's like next to the tech nook. With I really have no idea what I need to do with that, because it's just wires in there right now. I've got my e-reader where I keep my ebooks, but it's just like it could be the charging station for them. But also I'm just trying to maybe keep it as a tech section because it's just convenient with the plug sockets, I guess. I don't know how to do the lamp wire. The lamp wire is annoying. Maybe if I figure out a smaller lamp that I can actually tuck into the shelf in like something like this tall, maybe I can get away with it. I used to have a lamp like that, but it broke. Despite this looking absolutely stunning and gorgeous, it's 75% complete because I have an appointment on Monday, which means my pickup for the furniture that I'm getting rid of, which is basically the TV unit, the dresser, and an extra item or two that's around the place. They can't pick that up with a time slot given to me on the day of me booking it in. They basically, it's sorted online and they give me the time slot on the day, and so because I've got an appointment, because I'm giving blood, I can't really stick around for that in case so basically I've got to wait an extra week, annoyingly. So next Monday, the Monday is on its way, I'm giving blood, and I can't do anything because again I'm working every other day. They don't do Sundays, which is annoying. And then so yeah, I've got to wait an extra week, which is frustrating because it's taking a lot of space in my room. It's very frustrating, but hey ho. The other reason why that's 75% complete is it's basically trying to keep things out of the way of my usual everyday life, to some varying degrees of success. And on top of that, I have a bit of blank wall that I could maybe put a painting up, but I don't have any paintings yet. So I would like to put something on that blank bit of wall. And then there's on the other side of my room divider, this divider, I've managed to stick some plant pots and stuff that fit books in, and I've also woven my flag, my non-binary flag, through it quite nicely. I've hooked the fairy lights back through. The fairy lights, it took ages to unravel from those slats. I've now rewrapped the fairy lights back through because I could. But it's only the one set of fairy lights. It's only the one set of fairy lights. I know on Daniel Green's bookshelf roast, he always hates fairy lights. And I like them. I like them. They're twinkly. And on the other side of that is my desk area. It's a bit chaotic, and so it's the kind of the last room, the last corner of my room to be sorted. The rest is just waiting for furniture to leave, and then I just can like clean it out and set it up. That corner, I need to rifle through all of my art stuff, all of my art supplies, all of my folders, all of the stuff on the shelves. I've even got my Christmas decorations on the top shelf. Yeah, I need to go through it, clear it all out, and then reorganize what I want to keep and set up a workstation. I want to get back into painting. I've said to a friend at work what I'm planning on doing for her because she's just moved house and I want to give her some paintings for her walls. I also have some birthdays coming up and I like making some paintings and gifting, which I could probably do if I can just reach my pants, but that's it. But yeah, it's 75% finished, and I wanted to leave it a little while because I know it doesn't usually last that long. When I say that, I'm talking about I tend to mess things up by adding clutter. So far so good. I've kept this all nice and clear. The only thing is I have a coaster. I have 2 coasters for my drinks so I can have access, and I've been quite good at keeping the rest of it clear. It's amazing. I'm shocked. People will probably note that Terry Pratchett's Discworld is not going to fit on one of these, but I do have 2. And I am planning on hopefully reuniting the rest of my collection with these properly and have 2 Discworld trees because it's amazing. So far I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 books on here. I have 2 on my red shelves. I'm currently reading one. And I know I am only missing 3 from the collection. It is quite painstaking because it's quite annoying because I can only get them secondhand because I have my own imposed rules, which means that because all of them have not been bought new, I kind of inherited some. So they've already been pre-owned and I've just been wanting to finish the collection, which I'm only down to 3. However, I can't do that because my book buying ban means I can't buy books. But if I go into a bookshop go into a charity shop with the express intent to find those missing 3, I'm still going to have a browse at the other books and try not to buy books, and I will end up failing because it's inevitable. It's inevitable, which is a shame, but with my book buying ban, I've not gone into charity shops, so when I get to those 3 books, that's when I'll lift my ban and I'll go book shopping again. It'll take a while because the 3 of them are further on, and I'm pretty sure it's to do with the young adult one. I've got I Shall Wear Midnight. I know it's to do with this particular sub-series, or whereabouts said series. So when I get to that, I know I can lift my ban. But yeah, I'm already enjoying staring at the bookshelves and reading from my little nook. My nook has changed and I love it. It is so comfy, I can sprawl out, and I have already noticed a difference in my knee and my feet because they actually have the space to properly lounge at a nice, because I don't have a couch. It's just armchairs. And if I need to like spread my legs out, I could only ever do that if I try to prop my knee up in a certain way or wait till like going to bed. The disadvantage, I'm struggling to get out of bed on a morning. I can't tell if it's to do with the holiday week because I was that exhausted that I just needed the sleep because I've been working since January and then my next holiday would be July, and that was me being dumb, and I asked for an extra week just somewhere. I knew it couldn't be April because of stock take, so it had to be May, but it couldn't be too late in May because it'd be too close to my weeks in July. Yeah, working 40 hours a week constantly crept up on me, and I slept through a lot, and it's kind of also affected my upload schedule. It's affected me quite more than I was expecting. But now I'm back at work this week. It's been okay. My hours have been cut back to my usual hours next week, and then I have a 4-day work week after that. Yippee! Yippee! So happy. I have a 4-day work week. I'm not working like 40 hours and exhausting myself forever. So hopefully things will pick up. I already feel like no longer a zombie just from having that week off, so I should be fine. I was expecting to have like a backlog created in that week, but apparently not. I was just that exhausted. I also got sunburn. But yeah, I have this is my 100th episode. It's kind of shocking to realize that, because the reason why it's that is because I started uploading weekly with my Short Story Saturdays, and then twice a week kinda, and it's just crept up on me. And then I've got my 2-year anniversary. My channel's 2-year birthday is next week, I think. Yeah, next week, 5th of June. I'm kind of wondering, do I forego the Monday video or do I just like drop a thing? But I'm trying to create my own tag to celebrate the event, because of course, why not? So yeah, that's it basically. So far, I can't stop staring at my shelves. And then I start having a staring competition with the Pug Unicorn. I've got fantasy from that shelf right the way down to miscellaneous, which is technically fiction but difficult to categorize in genre because they're kind of all over the place. But I also have, above that, I do have a hardback shelf. And then up there, I've got my other my bookcase tree, which kind of isn't finished, but I kind of just needed to spread out my sci-fi a bit more.
So it's not full, but it's there. It's there. They have 2 shelves of sci-fi. So I had more sci-fi than 2 shelves. But there I go. There I am. And then I have, so yeah, I have my I have my start of my non-fiction. My non-fiction consists of 3 shelves. So I've got science fiction to non-fiction. It's brilliant. I love it. I love just that. I do have my language learning in the plant pots on my divider wall. It's just for easier access. And yeah, my problem shelf starts with classics to classic fantasy to fantasy to young adult. I don't know why I put Clive Barker right between young adult and sci-fi. I think I should put him over here to break up the classic fantasy with the normal fantasy. That would probably make more sense. Maybe I should do that. But then it goes from Clive Barker to sci-fi. Then I've got like 1 Sally Rooney book and 2 Frederick Backman books. That's kind of how I ordered it. Yeah. And these 3 books here are not Discworld, but I just loved how they look. They are technically Christmas birthday presents. They were presents that should go in the nook to the following side, where I do put my presents and am excited to read now books. But they look so good. They look so lovely. I've got Blood Over Brighthaven, one of the Murderbot books. I am planning on rereading Murderbot and then reading that one. And then I've got I Have Never Known Men, because it was making the YouTube rounds, and then I asked for it for my birthday and I got it. So. And I still have not yet read it, even though my next birthday's coming out. It's fun. That is my bookshelf, building my dream home library. It's not technically a library because I don't think I've got 1,000 books, but it's a nice little book nook. I have made my space absolutely gorgeous. I'm no longer having to duck into my book nook now, because having a high sleeper, I have only ever hit my head 3 times in the 3 years I've had that bed. It's quite amazing how I've managed that. I don't know how I've not hit my head more than that, but surprisingly, I shocked myself. Only 3 times out of 3 years. I was expecting brain damage. Anyways, bye, Shell.
And bye to all the other wonderful weirdos watching.
Mm-hmm.